Hello, I'm Brandy Agerbeck of LooseTooth.com, and today I'm going to describe some classes and conferences for learning more about graphic facilitation, or how to add more visual, spatial, and kinesthetic tools to your toolbox. So it is spring of 2013. I'm going to talk about some specific dates and locations, but hopefully if you're looking at this video later, you can find out those resources and find when the next offerings are. So a lot of people come up to me and ask me where can I learn more about this work, and I try to help them figure out sort of what's the best fit for them. So hopefully as I describe these few options, you'll get kind of a sense of, oh, that's the next most logical choice for me. So if you're interested in a conference of people who do what I do, that's the IFVP. That's the International Forum of Visual Practitioners. The next IFVP conference is in New York City at the end of July, and it is a 3-day conference with a 1-day pre-conference intro class, but it is the best chance for you to see and meet a lot of other graphic facilitators and graphic recorders. So you're going to see a bunch of different styles. You're going to hear people talking specifically about this work, mapping at the wall. Now, this, the visual practice is a broader umbrella. We are bringing in some more topics, like for instance, the last few years, doing the video sort of whiteboard animations have become more popular. So, it's not 100% graphic facilitation, but that's sort of, if you're interested in meeting the people who do that and learning from others and them learning from you, that is the place to go. IFVP.org for the IFVP conference. Now, at that conference, there is a 1-day pre-conference class. So if you're brand new to this and you want the step-by-step, how do I get into, or how do I do the work, less than how do I get into the business, but how do I do the work, I recommend attending the conference and attending the pre-day conference, or the pre-conference. And I'm super excited that in New York, I will be the kickoff keynote speaker on the first morning. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I welcome you to join me in New York. Now, if you are less interested in specifically graphic facilitation and you're interested more broadly in facilitation skills, I would recommend IAF, which is the International Association of Facilitators. Now, their next conference is at the beginning of June in Orlando. And so IAF, International Association of Facilitators, this is the North American conference. They have different regional conferences all around the world. That just happens to be the next one right here in North America. The thing that I think distinguishes the IAF conference is that nearly all of the sessions in the conference itself are 3 hours long. I think so often at conferences you go in for 45 minutes or an hour and all you get is this tiny little taste of something. You don't really have a chance to practice it and talk about it and learn, to be able to take it back to your work in the next week. So that's one of the things really nice about the IAF conferences. Now, 2 years ago in Denver, they had a whole visual track. It was fantastic. It was incredibly well attended and very well received. Now, 2 years ago in Denver, John Ward and I did a session called Seeing and Doing, and it was about how to get people more engaged and have more output in your meetings by adding these visual, spatial, and kinesthetic tools to your meetings. It went very well. It was so wonderful to develop the program with John, and then a wonderful experience with the participants in the room. So much so that this year in Orlando, we're expanding our program into a full-day pre-conference offering. And so we are offering a full pre-conference day on Seeing and Doing, the visual and kinesthetic tools, and on Wednesday, June 5th, and then our colleagues Sophia Liang and Lynn Carruthers are offering a full-day pre-conference on Introduction to Graphic Recording. So if you want to be at the wall mapping, take their class. If you want to learn sort of more broadly about how to get people's hands-on activities, like increasing the sort of tactile, visual, spatial nature of the activities so people are more engaged and they do more good work, then see John Ward and I. I think you do both, you got this wonderful 1-2 punch, you learn a ton before the conference even starts. Those are pre-conference offerings. They are an additional fee. I think they're a fantastic deal for what we're developing. And I know that John and I want to develop a 3-day version of Seeing and Doing. So if you're interested and you want the shorter, cheaper 1-day version, check us out in Orlando. So that's IAF. Now, if you're somebody who wants to learn these skills, but you're not necessarily so interested in being the person at the wall, I highly recommend the lab, which is my 3-day immersion into graphic facilitation and visual thinking. And it's also really a fantastic opportunity if you like a lot of hands-on experience and a lot of really direct feedback. So the lab, I invite 6 people to join me here in Chicago, and just that away. I'm at home right now, but it's down there, south of me. And what we do is for 3 days, we do the work, and then we talk about the work, and then we figure out how to experiment with the work and try new things. But it's a really intense, immersive environment, but it's super safe. I think of it as throwing you in the deep end of the pool, but you've got me as your lifeguard looking out for you. What I love about the lab is that it's attracting all sorts of different people. So it's not 6 people who want to be me when they grow up or currently work as graphic facilitators. It's people from all sorts of different industries with different roles, and they want to bring these skills into what they do. And happily, the lab, because it is adaptive and emergent to those 6 people, it can accommodate all sorts of different skill levels, experiences, roles. It all works, and it's really fantastic if you want direct feedback. The kind of conversations we've been having in the lab so far are phenomenal, and I have been so thankful for the variety of people who've been coming in. Now, again, that's a 3-day immersion. It's a lab. It's no more than 6 people plus me, so there's no more than 7 of us. So far, I've offered the lab in Julys and Januarys, but because two labs have filled for July already, there's a good chance there's going to be an October lab. If you're interested in the lab, check out loosetooth.com/lab, lowercase LAB, and you'll find out the details around the full ones for July, but then at the bottom of the page there's a sign up for the newsletter to get the first notice of the next lab opening. So those are the 3 things that I personally have been part of and involved with that I can say are great opportunities. A couple more I want to mention. If you're the person who doesn't want the emergent adaptive thrown into the deep end of the pool, you want something that's more introductory and step-by-step, I'd recommend checking out Intro to GR, which is Intro number 2 GR, graphic recording. That is a 2-day introductory class led by Lynn Carruthers, who will be at IAF, and Emily Shepard. I have not attended the intro class, but I'm good friends with them, and I've been hearing wonderful things both from their experience as the teachers and the leaders, and from folks coming out of this class. So that's great if you want sort of an introductory step-by-step. Now, none of these offerings have talked about the business side, and if you're interested in developing your graphic facilitation business, I recommend Michelle Boostone. She has the Graphic Recorders Business Bootcamp. I think I have the name right, but look up Michelle Boostone to find out more. Now, again, I haven't attended her bootcamp, so I can't speak from it first person, but she is a professional and she knows what's what. And that class specifically focuses on building your business. So there are other offerings. These all happen to be US. I know that I had experienced sort of tangentially, I did an advanced class for Kommunikationslotsen, the fantastic folks who create the vocabulary books that are published by Neuland. I did a 1-day session and I got to peek in on a class that they were doing, and I was incredibly impressed with how quickly people were able to each work on their own sort of case study on how to use these visual tools, how to create these visual pieces for their facilitation. So Kommunikationslotsen is our colleagues in Europe that I know a little bit about, and have sort of seen and worked with, and looks like they do awesome work. That workshop was in German. Not sure about all the other options. Check them out for more details. So that's a little bit about what I know about what I know is out there about classes. Yes, there's other offerings. There's a lot of people doing this work and a lot of people training on the work. Those are just a few that are a little closer to home for me that I know a little bit more about. But I hope that was helpful. And I hope that even if you're not attending a conference or a class, you just get out there and do the work and practice. Because that's what makes it happen. It is always good to come to these conferences and classes to get new perspectives and get more direct feedback, but really the way you learn about the work is doing the work. That's the deal. So that is a little bit about graphic facilitation conferences and classes. I am Brandy Agerbeck of loosetooth.com. Thank you for watching.